whenever Garcia throws, it has to be good.
The left by Garcia.
Looks like he should.
Doesn't it make more sense
Big right by Garcia.
that
Granado's down for the second time.
doesn't it make sense that Danny Garcia and Terrence Crawford should fight next? That way, Terrence Crawford will have a meaningful opponent. Danny Garcia will be able to get some pay-per-view exposure after Keith Thurman's getting it, after Errol Spence has got it. Sean Porter's getting that free TV exposure because Spence versus Porter, they're trying to put on free TV. Can you imagine? It's going to be crazy. The ratings. Terrence Crawford and Danny Garcia fought on the same night. Terrence Crawford made Amir Khan quit. Danny Garcia knocked out Adrian Granados when a lot of people didn't think he was going to be able to knock out Adrian Granados. Let's look at the 147-pound division. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live of FightView360.com. And here it is. Sean Porter, WBC. Remember, he beat Danny Garcia to win the vacated title that Keith Thurman had beat Danny Garcia for. Right? Wait, which one did Keith Thurman have? Oh, I'm confused. No, Keith Thurman was the WBA. Danny Garcia had that WBC that he had fought Robert Guerrero for. Okay, all right, let's keep up. Sean Porter, WBC, Errol Spence, IBF, supposed to be fighting sometime in September, likely on free TV. If they might, I don't think they could, I don't think they will try to squeeze it out on pay-per-view for Showtime. Let's be honest. It's really, really difficult to sell two black fighters who are not really, really trash talkers on pay-per-view. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it's like that because for some reason, black people like to stream fights and get on YouTube and talk about them. I'm not going to say no names. Instead of telling their people, their viewers, their subscribers, to make sure they support the sport. That's why, they have to maneuver and finagle to get Sean Porter, Errol Spence on free TV. If Terrence Crawford fights Danny Garcia, it can greatly help Al Haymon if Danny Garcia was to beat Terrence Crawford. And I'm not even going to tell you because I don't want to talk about it because I really want to find that footage. It's got to be out there somewhere, something. But there's bad blood. Angel Garcia definitely don't like Terrence Crawford. Don't get me started on that. But if it was to happen and Danny Garcia was to win, he can bring that WBO title back over to the PBC side. But also, Al Haymon fighters, if you notice, don't really like to fight for the WBO. Or he try to steer them clear of that. But in the case of a guy like Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, depending on what happens with Pacquiao, they want to be undisputed. And a guy like Sean Porter wants to be undisputed. So they gotta go for that WBO. And if not, who is Danny Garcia going to fight? I mean, yeah, they can do a Sergey Limpin, but come on. The Terrence Crawford fight makes so much sense for both, and I'm sure the money's going to be there. Danny Garcia makes a lot of money, but I guarantee you he'll make big money fighting. I'm from what they paid Amir Khan, I'm pretty sure they'll pay Danny Garcia more, big money to fight Terrence Crawford on ESPN pay-per-view. And I'm pretty sure it would do better on pay-per-view than Amir Khan. Nobody's talking about it, but the Terrence Crawford fight on pay-per-view was a dud against Amir Khan. I'm hearing it was like bad. I wanted it to succeed. I'm a Terrence Crawford supporter, but then again, I'm a supporter of all the fighters. I don't see why it's got to be like, oh, he's top rank. Oh, no, fuck him. This whole top rank versus PBC shit is just is whack. It's old and it's, I mean, look at Errol Spence now talking his shit, about the money and, when he gets the belts and, fans want to see the fight. Bob Behrman going to be around forever, even though I do believe he'll live to be 194 years old. The politics, man, honestly, what reason did they fought on the same night? They both don't have an opponent, and Keith Thurman is tied up because the Pacquiao fight for July 20th got announced. Sean Porter, Errol Spence is happening. We know for sure that's happening. It's just that nothing's finalized. And then you leave Danny Garcia, who wants a big fight, a championship fight next, a meaningful fight. Terrence Crawford, go over to the other side. But do you know that Bob Arum and Al Haymon talked after Bob Arum had that little rant, and he was ranting about, it's Al Haymon. They talked on the phone. Bob Arum addressed it in a couple of interviews saying, like, we talked about it, but he said he's not going to talk about what they talked about. Could it be Danny Garcia? They talked about something. And usually when they get on the phone, the rare times we've learned that they get shit done. They get shit done. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live at FightView360.com. Please subscribe.